Nigeria is ringing bell. If I look on news, it is bell. If I look social media, it is problem. Eh? When I should be drinking coffee, they will make me to come online. They don't want to have me to rest. But you know what? You know what? The spirit in me, the Biafra spirit in me, I said, when I told you, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is looking for 100 people, I promise that I have 50 in me. You have not seen anything. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. It is not by my power. But, you know, as my own oru, I am a royal rucha. You understand? Till Biafra come. But today you are going to receive sense. The crypto, Nigeria crypto. As they are crippling your economy, they close border. They close the border. ESN came out automatically, you know, weaponized. It shocked them. It shocked them. They said, this border no work, oh. This close of border no work, oh. Now, how do we stop the funding now of this Sunday or Igbo? How do we stop the contribution? Let us stop the crypto. Because they were following Nigerians, southern Nigerians. Use crypto. We should open crypto. Use crypto. Don't use the Western Union. Don't use this. They say, so these people are doing crypto. Okay, let us slash them. Bah! They are not considering the economic impact of crypto. No. They are not considering how much the crypto is bringing to Nigeria economy. Their agenda is not to make Nigeria progress. No. They have a better agenda. Now you get the point. Now you get the point. My only problem is that why is it that you must wait? Thomas. Was Thomas born in Nigeria? Is Thomas a Nigerian? Is Thomas in the Bible in Nigeria? Are you a lineage of Thomas? Are you a lineage of Thomas? All of you have Thomas blood in your vein. How did you get Thomas blood in your vein? That it must happen to you first before you understand. Here we hear more. In Anubia, you hear more kind of man. Whoo! When we are telling you, you don't know, we are telling you, even we are not prophets, but everything we have said, everything we open this mouth to say, if it don't happen today, it will happen tomorrow. I want you to go from the beginning of this struggle. From the beginning. In fact, even the one that we are not sure of, once God asks us to say it, we will say it and God will do it. Hey! I said, did you see the prayer? May God harden the heart of the leaders in Nigeria so that we will tell them, the world may know that Obi is no longer a boy. I remember when we used to read the history of the Greeks, the Greek gods. I don't know, you know, of course you don't read all those things in Africa. The history of the Greek gods. Medusas. Medusa, they say Medusa is she look at when you look at Medusa, you turn into she will dry you and you become stone. Medusa have snake, you know, her hair. Medusa's hair is snake. Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke na de ngosi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke na kiwe biko da kiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpeso n'ụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra, agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ. Ọbụla ndị ụkọchukwu, onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma, ọ ga-adịrị onye ahụ na mma na ezinụlọ na mma site gosi wee na-eme n'ụbọchị nketa obodo kwensu bụ zoo Nigeria. Lekwa Nigeria ma dosa ya Chineke na de ngosi. Onye ọbụla na-ekpe ekpere ka Nigeria wee wuru ofu nna nke bridge ndị dị etu a wee laa ha n'iyi. Chineke na kiwe biko da kiwe kpọọ ha ọkụ. Kpọọ ha ọkụ kpeso n'ụlọ ha ọkụ. Ka ha ra, agbanyeghị ndị ha bụ. Ọbụla ndị ụkọchukwu, onye ọbụla mehụrụ ọnụ ma kulie wee sị na ọ ga-adịrị Nigeria na mma.
I wasn't born. I was born in Biafra State. I was brought up. I schooled and everything in Biafra State. I have never lived in the southeast before. I have never lived in the southeast. But I can speak Igbo. I can hear Igbo. It is a biological strength. It is part of us. Every Ikwere man, whether you live in Kafanshan or anywhere, the moment you are born, you don't need to go to southeast to hear the central Igbo. When I say central Igbo, it's part of us. And you claim that all our progenitors are from Benin. Now, Benin, that you say our progenitors came from, all these progenitors you mentioned are all Igbo names. How come the progenitors bear Igbo names? Only Igbo names. Why are our progenitors not bearing any Benin name? You mentioned Akalaka, you mentioned Ochichi, you mentioned Elechi. All these names are Igbo names. Why are they not bearing Benin names? Yeah. And people could listen to these kind of people. Ikwere people where they call it some of our people. Like I is this an Orobe, Mago say have history. But so no heke ono kuna. But so kuza like no hell joku. Meanwhile, some people are just there trying to change our history. All because of their selfish gain. All because of what they tend to gain from their paymasters.
Before, Southern Sudan fought a war for 30 years. 30. Our own was only 3 years. Only our boss. 3 years only. Everybody ran away. Only 3 years. We don't want to build men that at the slightest sight of difficulty, they run away. We want to weed out all the chaffs. We need those that can sustain. Those who are relentless in the pursuit of our freedom until our freedom comes. No retreat and no surrender. How do you get them?
Buying and selling has put us into wait and take business in anything we want to do. Whatever that will take us time, we don't want it again.
Nobody wants
the problem with people.
You know your people, at the slightest sign of difficulty, because they are used to buying and selling, they will run away.
Somebody is telling me here, he doesn't want to even go back to that zoo safe or whatever.
But I said something.
My fellow Biafrans, I welcome all of you this evening to France on this France Town Hall meeting and the France talk. A lot is going on in our land, and of course, we have to defend ourselves any day, anytime. Nigeria terrorist government have come with a lot of propaganda. When you demonstrate that you are ready to fight for your freedom, they profile you. They call you criminals, they call you terrorists, they call you all manner of names. The reason for that is to demoralize you. And we must not fall for that. My fellow Biafrans, I call on you this evening, do not allow the names they call you today to demoralize you. We're remembering what Nigeria did to over 3 million Biafra children through starvation. Yet, the world, as at then, wanted us to move on. 50 years later, after recounting the numbers of Biafrans that died or should have been avoided, we are all here today for not just a revenge, but to finish what our fathers started. And of course, the most important of it all is to destroy Nigeria, the evil Nigeria entity, to destroy it. Nigeria is a terrorist state, And after destroying it, we will liberate our people through a process that has begun. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will restore peace, stability in our region. It will also end the upsurge of terrorists and piracy in the Gulf of Coast of Guinea, and of course beyond. The liberation of Biafra from Nigeria will restore peace and stability. Do not let the corrupt and criminal politicians to deceive you into believing supporting your own freedom is a crime, irrespective of our approach to restoring Biafra. I want to remind all of us, in 1776, the United States separated from the United Kingdom by declaration. Today, they are the world power. In 1830, Belgium separated from Netherlands. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe, both of the countries. In 1965, Singapore separated from Malaysia. Today, they have transformed into global financial hub as a result of the separation. Why is it that when we call for separation, Nigeria and their criminals will be calling us terrorists? Don't fall for it. The past separation has led to the upsurge of economic development in the case of India and Pakistan, Norway, Denmark, Switzerland. Each of these separation has led to the upsurge of economic and development. In 2002, East Timor separated from Indonesia. In 1921, Ireland separated from the United Kingdom. Today, they are one of the powerful countries we have. In 1944, Iceland separated from Denmark, demonstrating that nations can part away without violence. Why do you kill Biafrans whenever we say we are fed up of Nigeria? In Nigeria, where you have dangerous diversity, in Nigeria, where you have the northern part of Nigeria practicing Islamic State, practicing Islamic Sharia law, and they have different culture, different laws, different rules, different everything. And with that kind of mentality and setup, we can never develop as a nation. That is the reason we call for the separate state, and of course for independent state for Biafra. Apart from the killings, genocide against our people, and jihad. In 1905, Norway and Sweden separated and goes their separate ways. Today, they are one of the most powerful countries in Europe because of the separation. In 1947, India and Pakistan separated. The list can go on and on and on. And when they want to tell you about Africa, they use Sudan to give you example. Biafra can never be Sudan. Biafrans are scattered all over the world, developing their countries of residence, making impact in governance and policy making. Sudan was never like that. Apart from that, we have a history. Democracy started from Biafra, and Nigeria continued to suppress us, enslave us, subjugate us into what we are today, destroying our sensibility and our sense of reasoning. Nigeria continued to enslave our people, enslave our future, and our progress. Today, in the same Nigeria, when the Biafra people try to rise through their business enterprises, Nigeria system will destroy it. They destroy it in Lagos, they destroy it in Kano, they destroy it in Kaduna, they destroy it in different parts of Nigeria. And in a system like that, you will all be diminishing until they wipe us in the surface of the earth. The only way to preserve our culture, value system, and save our life from extinction is a complete separate state. Exit from Nigeria, which the process has begun. My fellow Biafrans, today we have given a very serious warning to those threatening Biafrans about the Nigeria protest. We have absolutely nothing to do with the Nigeria protest. We are Biafrans, we don't validate Nigeria. But if any Biafran is victimized for Nigeria protesting, we have assured them we will weaponize every person who cares to carry arms for self-defense. The weaponization of these protesters, any Biafran has been killed, we start from Lagos and Abuja. We will weaponize every protesters that cares to carry arms for self-defense. I rest my case. This is a warning to those threatening Biafrans as Nigeria are planning to protest. We have nothing to do with it. But
thank you for joining the program. I welcome everyone that has connected. Please like and share this program to all platforms. Share to family and friends. Share to everyone that is close to you to get this information. It is very important. We must continue. No matter what the enemies are doing, no matter all their attack, propaganda, blackmails, you must not move. Do not allow anything to distract you, because we are getting to the end of the tunnel where the light will shine. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the Supreme Command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, today, under the leadership of Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, that is the way to go. That is the light of Biafra. That is the mandate that we must protect. Wherever you are as a Biafran, you must stand up to protect this mandate. And we are getting to the end of the tunnel where the light will shine. Support the United States of Biafra wherever you are. Support with your mind, with your experience, with your wealth, with everything that you have, because that is where our hope, our life, our strength lies. There is no other United States of Biafra except this one that we have. The United States of Biafra that was declared on the 29th of November 2024 by Dr. Ngozi Orabueze on behalf of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. That is where we stand. That is the mandate that we must all protect to save our life from the plans of the Janjaweed. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sent a message and he said, they are coming, but now they are here. What do we do to rise, protect, defend our territory? And that's what we must do. My fellow Biafrans, I want to share with you a program that was conducted today. For some of you that missed, I want you to key in. Listen carefully. You are going to learn a lot. And at the end of this message, you will be glad you did. Let's watch. Victory is going to be ours, and it's going to come very soon. So, my fellow Biafrans, all this I'm saying to remind you that we are now a sovereign state, and one of the responsibilities we have today is to make sure, we must make sure that Biafra is restored. The restoration of Biafra is something that everybody must pursue. Biafra has been declared, and there is no going back. If you are one of those who is still confused, do not get confused. That is why I am going to play the video I'm going to play today. Our Prime Minister told us about the situation we are in today and how we are going to follow it and what we are supposed to be doing. After playing this video, I would like you to pay attention and tell me who is exactly following this step that was laid down, this very step that was laid down by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. It will help you to make your decisions and also make corrections where necessary. So I'm going to play this video from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, for every one of us to key in and understand what we are doing, where we are going, and what we are up to. Challenges are going to come. It is sad what I see today. And before I go into our Prime Minister's video, I would like to also speak generally for those of us who are from the old southeastern region, which is Biafra land, and they are denying themselves. You can continue to deny for all I care. You are entitled to take up any nickname you want for yourself. But I bet you, the gods of the land, your ancestors, know whom you are. Everyone in the old southeastern region, the present south, southeast, lower Benue, and lower Kogi, these are Biafran people. We have the same value system. We have almost the same food. The same culture is what we have. And when you make investigations and verify, you find out that we are all related. Don't be confused with the dialects. We have different dialects, but we are from one source. One ancestral parents is what we have. You can continue to deny it for all I care, but that is the truth. And the earlier you begin to recognize this truth, the better for you. The division you are seeing today in Biafran territory, it is because of what the British has done. The divide and rule that British intentionally put in place for them to be able to run their company in Nigeria effectively. They are living after their so-called fake independence. They also educated the Fulani Caliphate. And today, Fulani Caliphate is also taking that strategy to create division, turning brothers against brothers, turning children against their fathers, turning people against themselves. That is what we are seeing in the zoo. But I want you to know that we are one people. We are one people. Nigeria has never been one from the onset. It was never one, and will never ever be one. We have different value systems. The people in the north, the Arewa people have different value system. In the southwest, the Oduduwa people have different value system. Those of us in the southeast, we have different value system. The middle belt also are united on their own. And these are people that are being forced together to be together. But we said enough is enough. We are already out. All we are asking today is that the world should recognize the fact that we have no need to be in Nigeria. And we have gone out already. The earlier they understand that, the better. And for those of us who are still confused, you better not get confused. As long as you're from the old Southeastern region, you are part of Biafra. Whether you agree or you don't agree, it's a question of time. The reality will come to your face. And if you continue to support your one Nigeria, when one Nigeria happened to you, pray that you be alive to tell the story. Many who one Nigeria has happened to are not alive today to tell the story. But it's unfortunate that people don't learn from other people's mistakes. Just like what we are seeing that is happening in the riverine area, coastal region of Biafra today. The same thing that happened again and again is still repeating itself, and they don't learn their lesson. Adakaboro came. He fought against his own people, fought against his own brothers, became a rebel during the civil war, caused damages. The Nigerian government used him to blackmail the Biafran people, to commit atrocities, of which today, up to today, there are still some people that are blaming Biafran people, more especially the Igbo Biafran, for the atrocity Adakaboro committed, all in the name of Biafra. It was his group that were using the Biafran uniform to commit crimes during the Biafran war. And some people in that area thought it was the Biafran people. This was the role, sabotage people did. And up to today, people are still believing and going in that direction. And they saw how he ended up. Every one of us should go and read up how Adakaboro ended up. Maybe one of these days I'm going to play his video. How Adakaboro ended up. After all the betrayal of the Biafran people, how that he did, how did he end up? Ken Sarowiwa came also. Thought he could do it on his own. Thought by only himself that he can stand. What happened? They took away Sarowiwa, knowing fully well that his defense had been broken. And if you are in Biafran territory, you don't know that your brother is your defense. You are a mad person. If you are in Biafran territory, the old Southeastern region, you don't know that your brothers are your defense. More especially the Igbo Biafrans. Every other person around there, their defense is the Igbo Biafrans. And when they try to extract you from that part, they distract you and make you have a hatred for them, take yourself away from them. There is nothing you can get in Nigeria. There is nothing. It doesn't matter how you pretend. Today, they'll give you a post. They'll make you the Senate president. They even make you a president. But they know that even with that position they gave you, you are nobody. That they can still manipulate you. They can still play on you. And that is what they have been doing in the river area. They go there, they empower one particular person. Empower one person, that person will now be manipulating every other person. They have done it again and again. It didn't use. They used Adakaboro. It didn't work. King Sarowiwa came on and did his own. It didn't work. Edwin Clark did all he did. At the end of the day, what did he achieve to his people? Even common cleaning of the Ogoni land was not done. He didn't achieve anything. All he was achieving is that every year, every month, they will remit money into his account. And today, the pig in the creek is playing the same role. What did he achieve? Contracts. One contract or the other. Some are taking the pipeline contract. Some are taking the security contract. And what is it all about? It is about their people, taking the life of their own people. The contract that was given to Asada Dogbo today is to destroy himself. To destroy himself. And he took it. Boldly coming out to challenge and even threaten his own brothers. And today, look at his end. It's unfortunate that people don't learn their lesson. But if you don't learn your lesson, you're going to learn it a hard way. And before I proceed, I want to play this video. Let's listen to this video where Mazen Nandekano explained certain things about the old southeastern region, the Biafran people, how we are one and united and must not allow anything to divide us. Let's listen to this video.
The caller on the line, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi. Good afternoon from here. I'm calling from Malaysia.
From Malaysia as well. Please go ahead. We're listening. Please go ahead.
My question is this: concerning these people that say the Ikure people that say they are not Igbo.
No, not Ikure people. No. Don't say that, please. Ikure people did not say they're not Igbo. It is only weak. Those raised with money from abandoned property. It is guilty.
I want you to pay attention to this response the Mazen Nandekan gave. And some of us today are still making that mistake. It is not every Ikwere person or everybody in the coastal region that said they are not Biafra. It is not everyone that is denying his identity. There are some people who have been paid. There are some idiots who have been paid for one reason or the other. And they continue to support these lies, just like the ones that Wike is sponsoring today. Just like the people that Wike is sponsoring today. Painting a picture that does not exist anywhere. And eventually, people are following him. Maybe because of poverty, what they will eat, or what they intend to get, I don't know. But I want you to pay attention to this message of Mazen Namikani. You're going to learn a lot from it.
Those raised with money from abandoned property. It is guilty conscience that is pursuing them. Wike needed to deny his Igbo identity in order to serve his Fulani masters very, very well. Wike knows that he's an Igbo man, but he is ravaged by guilty conscience. Some of them, their fathers stole properties that didn't belong to them. And in our land, it's a taboo. In Igbo land, in Igbo culture, it is a taboo for you to steal landed property belonging to your brother, your cousin, or your sister. For them to shield themselves from the ravages of guilt, they said they are not Igbo. Of course, Igbo is Igbo. Have you not seen the new state creation that they are touting all over the place, the Fulani Janjaweed? They want to create a state comprising of Igbo, of Ikwe people, as well as those of them they took from Omok, which are Igbo people, into a new state. Do not despair. No Ikwe person, no sensible Ikwe man said he is not Igbo. Let me tell you what has been happening in the zoo and what they do very cleverly. Before now, when the Yoruba media was against us in line with the Janjaweed, they magnify what idiots like Wike say. What ordinary people are, anytime you say, I am Ikure, I'm Igbo, nobody will publish it.
This is a fact. What Mazisa Nnamdi said here is a fact. The Nigerian government are using their zoological media very, very effectively. When you make a statement against the Igbo Biafrans, it will go viral. They will publicize it and make it go viral that you can't even imagine. But when you make a positive statement about the Igbo Biafrans, they will never publicize it. This is the game they have been playing. This is something they have been doing all the way from the origin. Since after the Civil War, they continue to do that up to this moment. When the one they call whatever made this confession he made, you see the way they were reporting it. They were reporting a different manner. And they decided to choose the issue of MKO, and they abandoned the confession of atrocity against the Biafrans. They were busy talking about MKO. Even in that case of MKO, it was a Biafran that made it possible for him to win the election and announced it against the will of the military. Even in that one, his name was silenced. Humphrey Mosu name, INEC chairman, was silenced. Nobody heard about him. Buhari went ahead to honor
yesterday. I'm confused. Yesterday in their Senate, they moved a motion to immortalize Humphrey Nwosu with the INEC Secretariat at Abuja. Let them change the name and make it. They denied it. One thing, they denied it. They denied the motion. I thought maybe is Abaribe and his co raised the motion that let them immortalize Humphrey Nwosu. Okay, during Democracy Day, that Tinubu made a speech when he was busy mentioning the people that fought for return of the democracy. He could he did not mention Humphrey Nwosu name up until IBB now said that the annulment of June 12 was wrong. That is when they started pulling the extract of interviews that Humphrey Nwosu did. They started trying. See, the hatred for we Biafra is a calculated and articulated hatred. But sorry to interject you, but I do always say that if every other platform are making the analysis just as you do, we would have gone far. But all of them chose to be ranting, making a meaningless issue. During the times Nnamdi preached all this message, do you know that internet is not as it is today? But they will they will claim that they followed Nnamdi. Many people get to know who is Nnamdi when he was arrested, this second arrest that he's still in detention up to today. During that time, internet is not viral like this. YouTube is not like even Facebook. So most of the messages that Nnamdi preached did not even get to many people. But they claim they love Nnamdi. Instead of them to do what they need to do, they will not do it. I will always say it. Go down to YouTube. People that are watching you, they won't be up to 30. But when you go to a gossiping channel, you will see 300. You will see 400. And they've kept themselves busy talking trash. But there are people that get to know about Biafra after the redeclaration in Finland. Had it been that every media is doing what we are doing, it will prompt them to go and do re-verification, re-verify what this Biafra entail. Rather, our people are online shouting and ranting, doing the unnecessary things. Continue, my brother. I just wanted to
thank you, my brother. So as I was saying, the hatred is so much. It is so much, and that thing is how did there was a way this guy described it. Was it or whatever? He said there's a secret code to hold us down. A secret code, unwritten code in Nigeria to make sure that nobody of Igbo extraction succeeds in that Nigeria. And you see it in every angle. Even in businesses, you see they try to put structures, implement some policies that will make sure that you don't succeed. All the policies in Nigeria, they target the Igbo Biafran, especially the Biafran people. They target the Biafran people without minding the consequence of it to the nation. They don't want to know what will be the consequence of the nation. It is so sad. Let's continue to hear this message of Mazi.
But if you say, I am Ikure, I'm not Igbo, every paper will carry it. That is why it is always very good for us to read between the lines. Forget about the noise making of a few empty barrels, like Wike, and listen to the voice of reason of other well-meaning Ikure sons and daughters. They know they're Igbo. Everybody knows this very clearly. Some of them claim they are from Igodomigodo. I don't dispute that. But Igodomigodo is also Igbo land.
Yes, I've answered the question because I see no reason why someone that speaks Igbo, that tries to do everything like Igbo, will begin to deny his identity.
When you lose a war, it is always like that. When you lose a war, it's always like that. We fought a war of attrition for 3 years. The Flana Janjaweed came and gave biscuit and chewing gum and tobacco to some people and kai hot drink to some people and say, one Nigeria. If you don't say you are one Nigeria, we'll kill you. I had a good brother of ours from America speak to me. And then he told me, this is a so-called Delta or Delta Igbo. He told me that they're from Uri. His father was the traditional ruler of his people. Every year, Ezenri will come to their village and sprinkle clay on the ground. They're from Uri. That's the way it is. Till tomorrow morning, we know who we are. Those who claiming they are not Igbo, they're living in denial. And I go as far as saying that everybody is Igbo. If you're a Joe, if you're a Bibio, and I say it clearly, go back and interpret it however way you want it to be interpreted. The truth stands eternal. And I keep saying to them, are you doubting me? That all of us are Igbo? One that doubted me a few days ago, I said to him, go back to Google and Google the word Ibibio. After he Googled the word Ibibio, I asked him, please read to me what you can see. He said, related to Igbo. I asked him to Google Efik. He Googled Efik. What can you see? Efik and Ibibio are one, both are related to Igbo. I asked him to Google a job. He Googled a job. I asked him, read to me what you can see. He saw a job related to Igbo. I said to him, do you want us to continue? He said, no, he's seen enough. And that was it. That is the truth. We are all one people. That is why insipidity came. That is why if you go to Abreba today, they speak the same language, or more or less, with the Bibio people. If you go to a Jagam, there is no difference between a Jagam and Arochupu. It is the same thing. That is why insipidity came from there. Insipidity is a uniting form of writing that binds the whole of Biafra together. If you go to places like Ihiala, if you go to Ihiala today, to Obulisuzo, do you know where they came from? They came from Igoromigodo land. Obulisuzo, you see today in Ihiala, their ancestral home is Igoromigodo. Why are we deceiving ourselves? As I said before, once your mother ties two-piece wrapper, you are one of us.
You have heard it. You have heard it from Mazi Nandekano. A very pure and clean message. Some people will continue to deny. I am going to bring another video. I think I will try and search for that video and bring it. I saw another video, was it yesterday or so, where somebody from Edo State was confessing that the Igbenedio they are answering is not their name, that they changed their name, they were Igbos. That it was because of the civil war they began to answer Igbenedio. Somebody was making a confession. I'm going to look at the video before I finish this program. I'm going to search for that video and play it for you to hear. From Edo State, that today they are answering Igbenedio, they changed their name and they're answering Igbenedio. That originally they are Igbos, that is what they are. It was the civil war that made them change their name. And this is what transpired in almost many areas in the old Southeastern region. That's the manipulation of the Zoological Republic planted by the British. And today, somehow they are succeeded, and some people are holding on to it because of political gain. For political gain, some people will never accept whom they are. And some of us ignorantly join them because of what they will eat, because they feel it will make them relevant. My fellow Biafrans, I thank Chukwu Okike that we have regained our sovereignty, and all we have to do today is to fight for it as much as we can. We must not let go of the declaration that was made on the 29th of November 2024. It doesn't matter how the enemies try. The most painful thing today is that it is the Biafran people that are fighting that very declaration. The same Biafran people who are crying and say they want to be free, they are the people fighting against that declaration. That is the saddest thing that I think about each time I remember it. People that I sit on the same platform as I'm speaking here. We conduct joint program. The videos are still there where we did joint broadcast and we project Biafra. We preach freedom. We preach restoration of Biafra. We preach the declaration of Biafra. We sat in the meetings. Today, they turn around and say they don't know who want to go forward. They are the ones now in the front line delegitimizing Biafra, and they are legitimizing Nigerian government. What a sad thing to see. But we will never give up. We must continue. And freedom, definitely, will be ours. My brother Akonyo Wetere, please go on and make your contributions.
Yes, my brother. You know, I will keep on praising you. I will keep on thanking you. Like poles, I'm not quoting it from physics, but in the journey of life, like poles attract. You are a like pole unto me. The problem we have in this struggle is that many of our people are devoid of history, and it wasn't their problem. It wasn't their fault. Our people are yet to understand that the war of 1967 wasn't just a war. It was a World War III. World War III. I've gone through so many history. I've been able to read so many books, and I understood very well what that war and after that war, for them to conquer us completely, they intentionally remove history. Till I finished secondary school, I didn't know anything about history. At the time, I asked, why are we not being taught history? They said it's not for secondary school, that is when you get to university. I asked pertinent questions. I went to elderly people, even when Nnamdi started preaching, because I was very young. When Wazirike was doing Biafra myself, I was very young. So, but during Nnamdi, I've come of age. I've started understanding things for myself. So all my elderly people that I went to, they discouraged me, but I kept on going. At the time, my family, they said that what they saw during Wazirike, that they did not want us to do Biafra again. Oya, check what people felt during Wazirike. Now take yourself back to the people that fought the war. That is why I said, if our people are not deceiving themselves, the people that are supposed to be leading this self-actualization quest, supposed to be the sons of those people that fought the war. But we say, we were not defeated. This is not 1967. We were defeated. Our leader said it then, that when we lose the war, these are the things, the implication of losing a war is all this, that Ikwere, Ijo, Ibibio, Efi, Kurobo, Ishekiri, Eka people, and the rest of them. This is what you get. This man, what is he called? What is his name? Charles Apoki. There was in one of his expositions, he said that he was small, that the Benue people,
which will change to Afam. Yes. Okay. My father.
Sorry, go on.
He said it. Now, I am now coming back to our people. I am pleading with everybody, starting from people that are championing this cause today. Please, my brothers and sisters, my uncle them, before Giburo for Kuboku Biafra, Biko Ayo Kanayo. The good verse in the history of that country actually work? Can you be vast in it? Can you go back, check? And don't be biased while you are reading the history. Don't read it for reading's sake. When you read it, you go as far as dictating how we felt. Adakaboro was fighting for Ijo people. He was already in jail. They went in and bring him out, told him to fight the Igbos. This one that Abacha killed, they said, from a reliable source, they said that after the war, that Ojuku's father's house in River was given to him to live. He lived there up until Abacha killed him. These are the truths they entered. Come and fight with us. When we finish, we will give you people will take over properties of the Igbos, and we will make you people known. So after the war, the man was waiting for King Sarowiwa for them to fulfill their own part, not knowing that Nigeria were acting as surrogate from the plans of the Britain. So they denied him. He championed the cause. They killed him through Abacha. Abacha was not in much like that with outside world. But when they now gave Nigeria to them, they were now fighting for dominance. It was Abacha. I hope it's Abacha that took Nigeria and joined it with the IOC as an Islamic organization of whatever. So let our people understand what our people went through. When you understand it, you now know that those people that fought this war, that they failed us after the war. It will make us to form a good strategy that will make us get Biafra. Today, from different sources, it has been confirmed that the reason why Nnamdi is still in detention is as a result of all the Southeastern politicians. It has been 8 months they gathered in Enugu because of the heat they were receiving from Simon. It has been 8 months they gathered in Enugu that they are going to champion the release of Nnamdi. Have anybody, all these people attacking Ngozi, attacking everybody, calling everybody Sabo, have they summoned courage? Ima powerless them. Have they summoned courage to issue out a memo asking the Southeastern governor that it has been 8 months, so we've not heard from you people. Our people now left the things they're supposed to do, and they are doing what they are not supposed to do. And they are thinking that Biafra will come. Biafra will not come. Not because we are not getting it right. It's because of those crop of individuals that are misplacing their priority, wasting their energy on what they are not supposed to waste their energy. If all the media is agog with all this type of information you are bringing, people that will even fight, the rich people that will fight this fight will get to us. But because they are there chasing clout, the rich people will not get. I'm not trying to insult anybody that people are poor. The quest for Biafra will only come when the rich ones enter. People that have made money, had connection, not from 1 naira to 2 naira that people are contributing. That Ojukwu withstood Nigeria. He wasted all his father's money. He worked with his father's connection. People know Ojukwu not because of Ojukwu. People know Ojukwu because of his father. That he traveled to Ivory Coast, traveled to Ghana. It is because of his father. Because his father connection extends all over Africa.
That's right.
He built upon what his father has. They bring out information, the discussion Ada had with Ngozi, saying that there is a Nigerian agent. People that will fight Nigeria are people that have dined and wine with Nigeria, that have made connection.
My brother, that is one thing that baffles me. That I don't know how they want people who don't have experience, who has not been in the corridors of power before. You don't know anybody. You think you can just come from the blues and begin to pursue freedom. And they see those things as I don't know how I can't. Sometimes I don't know how people think. I don't understand. Go ahead.
Even when Ojukwu ran to exile, he has friends in Nigeria that were giving him information. And you want to fight a country big as Nigeria, and you don't want to. That is how though our PM know everything. He knew everything. Because he has people. Nigerian politics, the way they wire the Nigerian politics, they are only using the Igbo people. Other tribe, they are not using other tribe. Because other tribe know what they want. Our people, for you to be used, you must come hard on your people. They will use you. Look at the foolish one from my state, Webon, attacking Obi. When you go and check Obi antecedents, she deserves it. But at the same time, if that man had known that they would use him as a bait, he wouldn't have gone that far of attacking Obi.
Exactly.
Obi was among the people that championed the removal of Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. And Kama is not in India. Kama is here. When Nnamdi said that serve Nigeria and come back in shame, Nigeria will keep on suffering for what they did to Goodluck. And what Asari and the likes of them are doing with Nigeria today against the Igbo, Ijaw people will suffer it. But our people, the Igbo Biafrans, are not getting the handwriting on the wall, where that they should position themselves not to be disadvantaged. But because of their silly and their foolishness, they are positioning themselves as a disadvantaged people. I can beat my chest and say the reason why Nigeria is still going is because of the Igbos. The very day Igbo will understand how they are being used and decide to go back, Nigeria will cease to exist. Since they capture Simon, tell me where they are talking about the release of Nnamdi again. You see these court cases you see, they will use it to detain Nnamdi. I will say they will not release Nnamdi through court case, and they will not release Nnamdi through political solution if Nnamdi did not compromise. Because that political solution, somebody was asking, what is the meaning of political solution? That should be Uncle Greg. That political solution they are talking of, any day Nnamdi compromise, that's the day they will release Nnamdi. But Nnamdi's refusal to compromise, that's why they're saying, telling you, settle this in out of court. That is what they did to Igboho. They gave him money. He went to Germany. He's staying there, living large. Living large. So I want to tell our people, if all the people talking about, I've made it, I've taken it upon myself that every media I appear, I will tell people, preach. Because what you are doing now is the real deal. As a media personnel, you bring out something, you share it, people will get to know. When the people that follow Jesus, when Paul they were compiling according to their story, compiling the Bible, it was not relevant as it is today. When Nnamdi preached, it was not relevant as it is today. All this broadcast, I was live, I followed it, but the meaning the broadcast is making to me today is not the same meaning it made to me then.
Definitely.
So the work of a media is to dig out this thing, analyze. Even this broadcast, if you play it again next week, we will still see points to analyze. That was what are supposed to be their work. You digging out Nnamdi, someone digging out Simon, someone digging out what happened 1967. Somebody will be there. All these people that are gossiping will be there, carrying out all this book Ojukwu wrote after the war, reading it. You'll be subsidizing this cumbersome write-up, making it easier for people to know, but our people are not doing it. And I cannot compromise. That's why I've not come to media. If you say I'm not in Nigeria, I will be in the media. I have a chart of what I'm supposed to be doing there. When you go to Mayegun read book. These things, none of the Biafra media are doing it. It's all about gossip, money. Media are not even supposed to be talking about money, how to raise funds. It's only when media will only put the flyer of this thing. If you want to go and donate money, do the work. One guy in one of our PM's broadcasts called from London and said that PM blocked him. PM asked him, "What were you doing that made me to block you?" He said at that time I was misunderstanding you, but it has come to my realization that you are doing the right thing. That guy donated $500 that day. He said, "I'm giving this because of this broadcast, this program you are doing for me and my family, that I will still donate." If PM was not able to preach and make that man understand the reason why he need to fight for Biafra, will that man come? But our people today, all they talk is about money, both the men on the ground, money, the ones on media, money, put your money here, put your money there, put your money here, put your money there. And you were expecting somebody like all these big men to come online and tell you they are donating. Are you crazy? There are ways you will do it that they will know that you are doing it right. They will donate. Nobody will know. Like yesterday, people were asking, "What are my men on ground doing?" I will just sit up and say, "Look at this fool." Do Boko Haram, even Boko Haram, ISWAP, for them to come outside and say we and own up responsibility of the military bases they are taking up, is when Nigeria failed to say that Boko Haram attack us, or when Nigerian government comes to say that Boko Haram did not attack us, they will come with a lengthy video, a detailed video of the attack, and people with their right senses be telling you, "Come and burn car, come and." Are you crazy? Are you crazy? Can't you do the work? Paying your money, let them do the work. Let the media be the one to report the issue. Just as it was happening during all the governors, they were feeling the heat of what Simon was doing, while DOS were head-bent in saying that Simon is a agent. The people that you are calling that Simon is working for were busy feeling the heat. Simon forced them. All the media was taken up by the discussion of how to release Nnamdi. Since the arrest Simon, have you had any media discussing Nigeria or even an analyst in that media? I beg, release Nnamdi. They are killing, they are disrupting everything. Because people are not doing anything again. Nobody is taking you serious again. Private donor were coming. Private donor were donating money. And they donate it. Okay, they use it to be living large. Buying Mercedes, driving, shooting picture. You used to pay me, but keep on to your work. Do what I do tell you, and you do it. Keep on pulling all this extract, showing it to our people. I believe that maybe next month somebody will come across this video. The person will listen to the video, the person will know. History about it, but this is CBD you are talking. All those history, I've taken out my time to study. This is CBD you are seeing is not even the writing of Igbo alone. This is the writing of the whole of Africa. They should go and listen to Mazi Dibia. When you listen to Mazi Dibia, you go and make your own verification. That is how Nnamdi was. He will go and verify by yourself and discover it for yourself. All those holographic design you are seeing on that and CBD. When I was small, when we travel from Onitsha, they brought me to village. Our people were still doing all this this hut. After building new house, all this holograph you are seeing there. My grandfather, he's late today. They will draw it on this thing. But we are naive to ask them the meaning. This were the meaning, this were the way our people communicate. The English people copied us and threw us in the dark. And we are here. When Nnamdi said that Biafra will be the last miracle on earth, people don't know. People don't know. But when you follow Nnamdi, you will discover that. Tell me how Biafra, and that is why Biafra is being delayed. I said it the other day that all these generations, they will die. People will say, I am talking trash. I said it. You see this generation that are fleeing themselves, they will be wiped off before Biafra come, except they learn from their mistake today. Otherwise, the land of Biafra will close eyes. They will die one by one. Them dying one by one. Obi also, is Obi also still alive? The other one from Imo said that died. Those ones are the people that cross the line. A time will come that they will die in mass.
Thank you. Thank you.
Those ones that cross the line
to contribute.
So, my brother, keep it up. And to other medias, I beg, let's do more of this exposition. That is what I will bring the head of our people back. Not shouting, men on the ground, we are here. Not that is not it. Asari is confessing that since Simon Opo, Ubuni Wakalabari. Rubbish. Let others contribute. Thank you so much for what you are doing. And I know we are on the right track. We will get it. Thank you.
Thank you. My fellow Biafrans, we have all heard it. And the message we are saying, the preaching of the gospel that every one of us is doing is something that we must do. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did a lot of job. And for the actual end, if we were sincere to ourselves, we are not supposed to be doing these things we are doing now because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done it. If we are sincere to ourselves, we must have crossed this stage a long time ago. Biafra has been declared. What we are supposed to be doing today is have to equip ourselves, equip our military to defend our land properly. But eventually, people are not doing what they are supposed to do. When we talk about bringing up history and reminding you of these things, it does not mean that we will not do what we have to do financially to sponsor the liberation of Biafra. That liberation still lies in our hands. It lies in our hands. The distance we have got today, it is through the sponsorship of Biafran people. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu could not be able to take it up to the extent he took it to establish the ESN without that same support of Biafran people. But we must not forget our history. We must not be carried away, more especially by gossip. There are lots of distractions. That energy you will waste in pushing propaganda and blackmail against your people. That energy you use, some of them even spend the money to sponsor attack against their own brother. Some of them spend money to sponsor campaign against an innocent person, a fellow Biafran. But we are in a time where you are supposed to put in your money where your mouth is. Sponsor the restoration of the independent state of Biafra. Every one of us must wake up from our sleep. It is not enough to even talk. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have spoken and spoken and spoken. In one of the videos I played here, that I always play. When he went to the United Nations to go and negotiate for the restoration of Biafra, let me see if I can see the video. They told him, why did you stop? But you stopped. That was what they told Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he went to the heavyweight in the United Nations to speak. Let me see if I can find the video so that I can play it so that you can be able to hear that message from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. They asked him, why did you stop? Let's listen.
When I was talking to very heavy players, big men at UN, what they said to me is, but you stopped. That means that what you're fighting for is not worth dying for. If your freedom is not worth dying for, then the world cannot take you seriously.
Did you hear that? This was what they told Mazen Nandekan when he went to the United Nations to negotiate for Biafra. Having in mind that we have fought a battle for 3 good years, people lost their life. More than 5 million people lost their life. And yet, look at the response they told him. They said, why did you stop? Why did you stop? And how can we fight this battle without equipping ourselves? It is we that we sponsor ourselves. It is we that we sponsor it. I want you to hear it once again.
When I was talking to very heavy players, big men at UN, what they said to me is, but you stopped. That means that what you're fighting for is not worth dying for. If your freedom is not worth dying for, then the world cannot take you seriously. That is the way it is. Any day, if you like, listen, if just do us, I don't need your money. What we want from you is 1 container load only. We won't come.
Do you know what he means by 1 container load? How many of you can decode what he meant by 1 container load? He's not asking for 1 container load of bread. Neither is he asking for 1 container load of spare parts. He's not asking for 1 container load of garri. If you are a true Biafran, you know what he's asking for. And who are those that are going to sponsor this? This is the time. Most of the message you are preaching today is just a repetition of what Mazen Nargan said. Where we are supposed to be today, in actual sense, where we are supposed to be today is to sponsor the full restoration of Biafra in all ramifications. Equip our military on the ground and continue to pursue the restoration of Biafra. I am going to play this video. After playing this video, then our people here will comment. Then before I will play the responsibility we have that Mazi Samaraka spoke about, what we are supposed to be doing today, that we are not doing. That some of them are not doing. Because the government of Biafra is already, the United States of Biafra government is doing it, but others are not doing it. This video I just pulled out is the video I wanted to play when I played the explanation of Mazen Nandekano on the old Southeastern region. You're going to hear this man in Edo State telling us how he changed his father's name and what they're answering today because of the civil war.
Yes.
Okay. Then my father's name is Igbenedion, which we are there. My father's name is Efan, which we change to Afam.
Yes.
Okay. Then my father's name is Igbenedion, which we are there. But the name he's bearing has to do with the civil war.
Okay.
Because they were marginalizing the Igbos that time.
Okay.
So we had to change from Afam to Igbenedion to save our heads.
For safety reasons.
Yeah, to save our heads. Well, same father. That's our father's house. That's our father's compound. Okay. He's my immediate senior in the family. He's from a different mother, but the same father.
But the same father. Yes. That's interesting.
So it's not a cousin.
So it's a survival mechanism. A lot of this identifying with Benin and
same man, very
different, but as a survival strategy. But it is Afam Efune. That is clearly Igbo. That is clearly Igbo. But for political reasons, for survival strategy, for safety. Yes. So how much of that are you still experiencing? This need to...
Did you hear that? This is a man presumed to be a Benin man today, answering Igbenedion. He's answering Igbenedion. But he's an Igbo man. They call Igbo man. You see him testifying. And there are so many like that. So many. I played this video to make you understand the explanation that Mazen Nandekano did in that previous video that I played. And there are many of these incidents in several places. Those that we know, those that we do not know. But we will continue to bring them up until we get to the point where we will go to our land and celebrate the way it's supposed to be. I welcome you, my brother Okenwa. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, my brother.
Go ahead, my brother Okenwa. Let's hear from you.
All right. Thank you. God bless you, my brother. I am so delighted to hear from you and to hear from other Biafrans. What I want to first of all, before I do my contribution, I have to thank especially Dr. Ngozi Orabueze for her leadership skill. I want to thank her for her motherly role in Biafran restoration. You see, Biafrans, there's something we don't understand. We are all humans. Each step you take, why you see the white people advance to where they are now is where they advance, the other person who is continuing, we know, we study the mistake, the other person who is hand is just like relay race. We cannot, yes, we love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. We appreciate all his sacrifice. We love Ojukwu. We appreciate all their sacrifice. We love Mazi Simon Ekpa, our PM, our dearly brother. We appreciate all their sacrifice. But what I observed about our DPM, Dr. Ngozi Orabueze, is that she has studied these steps these people took. And she knew where to press now for the world to recognize a place called United States of Biafra. She knows that, you see, the word violence, war, battle is something that helps the world to achieve what they want to achieve. But if you watch in the media, you are not allowed to use it as maybe a forwarder or present it like this is what you want to do. Sometimes you apply wisdom in doing that. Exactly. Countries that achieved their region did not come on social media to tell you how many people they paid before, hey, how many people, no. Like questions many people were throwing to her, though I know that many people came there to just get words out of her.
Exactly.
You see, yes, exactly. So all these men on the ground you are saying, you see, let me tell you, at this stage we are, if you are not in Nigeria, you have to ask many people around you who got their freedom and just narrate to them the certain stories, which I do. You see, there are points I noticed about her. One of the points is, yes, we know Nigeria as zoo, but when you write anything against Nigeria, you tell Nigeria as zoo, and you come and you call Nigeria on that paper. And when you are making a broadcast, you capitalize zoo. You are confusing a lot of people. So the word, if you listen to what she says Nigeria zoo. That is one. Secondly, people who are looking for water. Let me tell you, now we are talking of United States of Biafra. It's no more a militia group. It's no more a group that, okay, look at, let's use it. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was establishing Eastern Security Network, everybody should go and listen to what he said. He said that this is not Biafran army.
Exactly.
That when this army will come, the world will know. And people don't understand that thing. You see, the standard of that, he said, that is what Dr. Ngozi Orabueze is bringing out. Mazi Simon Ekpa had all these templates, and I'm very happy that each time Dr. Ngozi Orabueze says anything, he said, no, this is not me. Our Obatobie has already laid down all these things before now. Exactly. And it surprises her that those people who were with him, who knew about all these things, are coming out now to pretend because they have taken something from the other side. So what I'm trying to tell you now is that social media is good, broadcast is good. True Survivor, why I love your program is that you are very sensitive in certain words you use. Not coming out to say this. No, sometimes you arm your enemy. Sometimes you open up and tell the world, oh man, this thing these guys are saying is disgusting. Now you are doing this program, you think that it's only Biafrans listening to you. The answer is no.
No.
All these guys, including Finland, they are also taking all these broadcasts, studying what we say, what we discuss every day, every time. So we should listen to watch what she is doing and the type of technocrats she is working with now. I love it. Each time they ask them because where I have asked a lot of people questions on why is Biafra still being heard, somebody told me two things. He said one is that even if we are making a military move, we should not make it an unprofessional discussion on media. That is one. Secondly, he said that we played to the hands of Nigeria right from Ojukwu side for them to identify our weak point, and they used it on that. One of the weak points is that we are struggling who will make this work, who will be the one that will bring Biafra, who will then will know that we have this envy and jealousy around us. These people we are calling Sabo might not actually be Sabo. Zeke did the same thing against Ojukwu. Some people did the same thing against Owazurike. Some people did the same thing against Mazin Nandikalu, the same thing against Obatobi. And if you look at what is happening, these people are easily to be identified. And once they identify them, Nigeria will encourage them and do all sorts of things so that they will keep on playing us down. But Biafrans, for me to conclude, because I am moving out, let us listen, forget about envy and jealousy. Let us listen to the wisdom, the unique wisdom this woman is studying, then advancing in the program of actualizing Biafra. Biafra has gone past woto. No, if you do that, our people are going to still be casualties. And that's what they want. When our people fall this victim, they will come to the media and say that we are killing our people. While we are not the one killing our people, rather, they will push us to. That's why many people are pushing. They will ask you, why is it that this? Why the time of Nandikalo, everywhere was fire. The time of Mazin Simon everywhere was a disaster. Then you ask themselves, where are we now? Those fire and disaster, did they give us Biafra? No. Rather, it advanced us and also it exposed us to the criticism of this world. Thank you very much. That's where I want to anchor this.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother Okemwa. I really appreciate you. You've been a very good contributor. Each time I meet you online, both when we were talking on Linda's TV show and all these things, I'm really happy to hear from you and always have you around. Thank you so much on that very line of thought. And I believe that the Biafrans are listening, and we will continue to educate our people until we get to that promised land very, very soon. Thank you, my beloved brother. Okay, man. Thank you so much. Let's hear from our brother Max. Bro Max.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good morning to you, Massachusetts.
Yeah, welcome, my brother Max. You know, we used to battle it with Okemwa then and Linda TV show, right?
Yes. Why did he go? He's supposed to say so that I will greet him. I asked him why he has been fired.
He's at work. He's at work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I hope that we'll be seeing him more often than he used to do. My Namoche in the studio, I salute you. I salute every Biafran in the comment section. Please like and share this program. Unfortunately, I liked, but I did not share. Forgive me. Yes. So yeah, may God continue to protect you and bless you for the great job that you are doing for my motherland. I am so impressed. I do not know where you are garnering all this energy to do what you do every morning, and even twice a day or sometimes 3 times a day. I don't know if I will be able to step into your shoes and do this kind of things. I don't think I can do that. May God continue to reward you and bless you, especially bless you with the freedom and the sovereignty of Biafra. You see, you see, the issue of Biafra, social media. The media is where the talkings are done. but the work is done on the ground. The media is used. If you look at when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started passing out information, incisive, very educative, very informative. Name them. People started buying into the preaching of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There is power. There is power in information. If you have the power to give out information to the people and they fact check you and discover that what you are saying are true, you don't need anybody to coerce them into coming to listen to you. Definitely they will come and listen to you. When Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was preaching, I left army 2004. I left them 2004. I've been in Ghana 2004 till I think around 2000. I was just hearing about, the prosecution of Uwazirike, and I think 2012, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came out. I started listening to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu little by little. I say, yes, this man is talking about my motherland. If there is anybody that I'm going to support, I will support this man. Since the other one has failed, then I have to support this man. And God has done it in such a way that if the other one goes out, God will always find a way to replace with another one. So that the spirit that God has put into the Biafrans and those that are listening will not quench. The love I have developed for this struggle, for Biafra and my people, is by listening and what I have read. What friends, senior members of my battalion that time told me, most of them are from the northern extraction. There are some of them that did not like. When you go deep, there are some of them that didn't like the war. Especially, I will continue to mention this man's name. And any time by the grace of God, Biafra comes, I will look for Sergeant Aota Baroni from Taraba State. I'm going to look for him. I know where to get him. That man told me that what made the Biafra Ojukwu, he always called him Ojukwu, what made Ojukwu lose that war is because of the gang up against the Biafra, against Ojukwu, including his own people. That was what that man always told me. And when I read what happens and some of the contributions of our elites in the past, you see them there. That is exactly what we are going through today. The Biafra restoration and recognition can never be compromised by someone like me. No, it can't. If I cannot do that, as you are one, then what about you? What do you need to do? What do you need to do? It's not about preaching, going to preach and gossip, lay cases against your own brothers and sisters that are doing the same thing. Those people that were just because of one mistake, just because of little thing that shouldn't bring any problem, you change course. Like a guided missile, you change course immediately. And now you have grown to a stage where you can go and begin to lay curses on your own people that are following the principle, just like the Prime Minister said it before his unfortunate, withdrawal from us by the powers that be. We have to continue to preach and make sure. What is wondering me, Mazi Chiefs, and those that are listening to me today, is that these Igbo people, is it a fluke or a hoax that they are the weightiest ethnic group? Is it a hoax or a fluke? Is it not real?
It is.
Or Are they waiting for what happened to the children of Israel to happen to us? Because their land was taken over entirely. The land that was occupied. You say, sir?
Yeah, they took it over before they woke up.
Yes. Is that what you people want to wait for? Do you people think that sheep lock and goat lock will be the same? Like the proverb, that's the common proverb they say in Liberia. Do you think that like sheep lock and the goat lock will be the same? You want our land to overrun before you recognize or realize the need for you to use those your money to contribute. Some of them that are swimming in wealth, in riches and so on, you cannot bring it out for your land to be pacified, for your land to be restored, the dignity of your ladies, the dignity of our mothers and sisters, aunties, the old men to be sanctified and protected. You want these people. Did you hear what happened in Bronu, in a place they call it Wajoko, in Bronu State on Monday? One of the biggest military camp in that Bronu on Monday, a brigadier general, according to is it the words of I've forgotten the name of this platform, this media outlet, Observer and Sahara. Yes, all of them carried it.
Yeah.
A brigadier general was wounded. Someone that was going for reinforcement was wounded. A lance corporal was also wounded, and a private was wounded. They sent the Air Force. The Air Force could not even do anything. Is it by coincidence? Or are you surprised? Me, I'm not surprised. They won't do anything because they are in cahoot of whatever these people are doing. But look at how they are doing dancing jamboree in Iguacha State, in Rivers State today. Look at the number of soldiers that are in Iguacha State, Old River State. Look at the number of soldiers that are in the various states in Biafra, United States of Biafra today. But they are throwing bombs in Biafra land. They are flying their helicopter gunships in Biafra land, across the Biafra land. They are dropping bombs and missiles on our people. They are doing it in collaboration with the Asari Dokubo militant and the governors of the Southeast, old Southeast part of Nigeria. But over there in Borno State, they cannot. The Air Force flew in, they couldn't do anything. The people have taken over the area. And you say you want to wait. Have you ever seen the videos of these people buying people? Is that what you want to happen? God forbid. God forbid. Because of their foolishness, the wrath of God would never be visited upon the people of the Biafra land that are fighting for their freedom. Rather, you will pay the price. And how I wish that God will begin to pay us, each and every one of us, immediately the way as we commit against him and in the process of sabotaging this Biafra. How I wish that God will begin to deal with each and every one of them. When people are competing, giving money, when people, how do you want to tell me that an outsider will come and give you money when you are breaking eggs on a television? How do you want to tell me that an outsider will feel joy to see you cursing and insulting your own brothers and sisters that are doing the same thing with you? How? Because of posts, because of position, political position that you cannot even defend. You can't defend, you don't have the clout. You don't have the political clout and the strength of energy. They know how to protect. You don't, you can't. Those that have the ethics, those that have the qualities to do what they are doing, not that they are better than the rest of them, but There is something in them. They possess that leadership qualities, and that is why people are following them. And you are sitting down there, opening your own space. The only thing you do on a daily basis is to curse and insult and do all manner of things. Is it not a shame? Is it not a shame to you? Are you not ashamed of yourself? Have you not read about Opabi, Opabi, or whatever they call them? Azekas. Have you not read about vigilance? Have you also not read about the first ceremonial president of Nigeria, Zoo, that called Ojukwu a rebel? Warning France not to support, to give military aid to Ojukwu. They call them rebels. Haven't you read? Where are their children today? We are telling you, you are in a piece. Anyway, I will leave you with this proverb, but for those that are older than me, let it not offend you. That is the proverb of my mother, slapped Biafra. Ana agoni bi amwane toya aga hafia koja na onya homro na ndem mo. Thank you so much. A word is enough for the wise. If you like, continue to do what you are doing. But if it pleases you, join your brothers and sisters so that you can fight as one people instead of making mockery of what you are fighting, which is bigger than you physically and spiritually. I thank you, Massachusetts.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you for that amazing contribution. Let us hear from our brother, Bro Greg. My brother Greg is here. Let's hear from Bro Greg.
Hello, good afternoon, my people.
You're welcome, Bro Greg. How are you doing?
Good
How is your health, my brother Greg?
It's getting pretty clear, small. I think people can still hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you, but the sign is still in your voice.
Yeah, still there.
As a Craig, are you having flu?
Yes.
No. Okay. Nyania local remedy now. Nyania local remedy. In Angoka local remedy, man.
When me I look at the man crazy my book never
inwe obere ha na-etinye ya na-ese ya mgbe ahụ na-adị bọọdụ tụ ọkụ at least ka ọ na-abanye n'olu ebe ahụ ụkwara ahụ ebe ahụ sputum ahụ na flames ahụ nọ so ọ ga na-enye aka na-awọsh ya na-awọsh ya n'ime afọ then afọ ga-agbarizi the rest of the thing ọ wụta na-esi eme ebe ya n'ala.
Yes.
Ngwa ọ ga-adị gị na mma jisi ike.
That's so much, my brother. Yeah, my brother choose. Well, thank God we are still on it today. Here the sun is shining, and I know our God is not asleep.
Never.
It will always stay with his people. He will always stay with his people. He never abandon us. Yes, my brother, you know, we had a nice discussion yesterday evening till this morning, and a lot of things will be coming out. People are supposed to be learning, you know, because for me, every time I sit down, I think and think and think the kind of damage these people did on the after 29th of November last year. Any reasonable person that is serious in getting Biafra, and he don't think that there was a very big damage after that 29th of November 2024, Biafra was redeclared. Then you know that person is not being honest to himself, because everything lies on defending the land of Biafra. Everything, whether you're on the bridge, whether you're on the flyover, whether you're on the whatever we want to be, all those things lie on defending the land of Biafra. It is only defending your land that to make people to know that indeed you are in charge. Without Biafra land being rescued from the hands of the occupant, then nothing is coming up. That is why I cannot forgive these people unless if Biafra comes, because they did a very big damage against what we are doing. They did a very big damage. Any honest man that tell me that he stopped the military from doing what they are doing after they have almost captured and put fears in Nigerian army and disorganized the Nigerian army, disorganized Nigerian government, disorganized the commander of Biafra, Nigerian military. There were fear everywhere. They don't try our people in Lagos. There were fear to touch any woman in any part of Nigeria. And all of a sudden, somebody come out and say, because they hold Simon Ekpa and he want to be in charge by all means, and he want me as a Biafran to believe that he was not paid to stop what we are doing, and he come out being bold enough to tell me that I asked them to stop because I am in charge. I want you people to know that somebody is in charge. Nobody will listen to Dr. Ngozi Arabeze. She doesn't have the contact of the man on the ground. I am the person that have the contact. I am the person that will finance. It is what I say that will happen. And everything died down. So, all of a sudden, yeah, it's a pity that I'm not when anytime they will come up and we'll start talking about what is happening in the north, what the Nigerians are doing, those things are what the politicians are doing. For me, those things are not it doesn't interest me at all. It doesn't interest me because they cannot stop. Everybody have what he's fighting for. The politicians are fighting for their one Nigeria and their pause. Nigeria is fighting for one Nigeria and their pause. Why we are fighting for freedom. So, and when we are fighting for freedom, and those people that you count, when you come in your number, in your platform, in everywhere you are as in a platform, you say, we are 100, we are 200 people in our platform, and all of a sudden, those 300 people in your platform shouting, we must go free, we must liberate our place, we must be free, we want to go home. And when it comes, you think that you are, some people are behind you. When you look out of 200, those 200 people, you see that they will almost half of them are sabo. Almost all of them are planted to disorganize what is going on. My brother, let every reasonable thinking man sit down and ask me. I will every day I come, I will be talking about this woman. If I come in any show, I will continue talking about that. I don't know. A woman of 70 years that will tell me that he have someone is a kind of grandchild to that woman, and they catch this man fighting to liberate his people, whom you say you are supporting him, and immediately you see me, you say I go on holiday, and you tell me that that woman is not an agent. You tell me that this woman is not an agent. Immediately when Simon Ekpan was held, he said, I want to take a holiday. Then after 3 months, you know, if you were there yesterday, you will know there was a question I was trying to raise. I don't know if you were in that program. I was trying to ask our DP and Dr. Ngozara, if this woman was among the cabinet that voted against the CRC, so if she was among the people who vote that the CRC must be disorganized and they should be cancelled, and then before the declaration of Biafra, and then he came to Finland, and they see that Biafra had been declared, and those CRC, there was a purpose for this banding them as a team of this movement. Now, when you stop them, you did not ask when they rise after 48 hours of that letter. You did not ask. You did not ask question. You, these people that wrote this memo after 48 hours, even yes, on days, I will not pass in with Chawaya. Man can't reason, any good information. You raise the memo immediately. So these people, they have when something they know that Biafra didn't know, and nobody have able to ask them that question. So the question would have been, when they come in with that memo, Biafrans and the cabinet would ask them, please, you raise memos for us to take somebody to replace our PM, but it is too early. So, but if there is anything you know that we didn't know, please let us know. Because you must have known something more than every person here for you to raise this memo. And nobody asking that question. What did this Ogenkere and his group know before they raised that memo? And when they raise that memo, they give conditions. So it's the only person that can stop the Biafra army from acting and stop financing them that will be in that position. People don't understand, because they would think that these people will come out and tell you what the purpose of what they meant on that letter. They give you condition. Only people that have contact with the military and those people that are with the finance. And the so-called men on the ground, the so-called army is not asking questions. You, Oga Ogenkere, you ask us to stop. Tell us what you know that we don't know, for you to raise this memo. And I still believe in following him sheepishly. Now you come again, they started doing the same thing. They started immediately. They took Simon away. They started ganging up away. You go to that very Twitter, where they were having that discussion. Look at what they write there. He said the Minister of Information is packing all the necessary information that will implicate Dr. Ngozara. Who is that Minister of Information? Sani Akpanawa. People have not started asking questions and knowing where these people are going. So it's not all these politicians that is our problem in the moment. Because if we have started from the IPOB, we have started knowing that none of them, half of us in that IPOB, we are not betrayers. And now we fought again and gang and come up again with Simon Ekpa. And somebody come to betray us. You are taking yourself back. That if we have kept this momentum with IPOB and declare this population with those numbers that come out to say we want Biafra, if they were real, who is Soludo? Who is Governor Imo State? By now they must have packed out of Biafra land. I'm telling you the truth. Because if this man, Musa, were crying under this 4 months, that the tempo was very high against them, they couldn't have held it. But what happened? They were smarter than those people that think that they were with us. So it is only as many as is many today to ask themselves question: do you really want this Biafra? Do you really want to support this lady that is standing now for us to make sure that we will go? Do you really fighting for Biafra? Do you want free? Do you really want freedom? If you want freedom, then why are you coming up every day and giving yourself a problem, sleepless night? That is the question I'm answering the so-called Biafra army. A man that have not been in the battlefield, a man that have not worn any uniform as a police, even as a what do you call it, as a civil defense. A man that have not been in anything politics, come and command you and ask you to stop what you're doing. He doesn't have any experience about freedom, about how the government can be run. And he come and he tell you, he give you a command that you should stop. And you obeyed him. And that stopped till now. People are still questioning, where is our military and what are they doing? And the lady come up and said, okay, let us help you to hire more people that will help to do this. And they said, no, if you dare it, we kill all of them. Then the question you ask yourself, where are they coming from? Are they really understand, or you mean they don't understand what they're fighting for? So that is the question. Every reasonable person will always ask them. So my take to this is to continue encouraging those ones that understand, not to shake. And when I asked that question yesterday night, to show my concern, I thank that Ngozi Orebeze took it upon herself and said I should not bother about that. That she's aware of all those things because they are trying to gang up against her. He said 70-year-old woman came up and started trying to tell her to go do things in a criminal way so that they can criminalize her. Telling her that he's supposed to be killing Fulanis so that they will get every information they need and package it and send to where they want to send it. And when that email, what do you call it, the email or the Twitter come up, and he said the Minister of Information is packing all the whole information they need. For me, I did not just take it easily. Let other people go there and read that very information, that very thing again. And you know that what they want to do is not today they started planning it. So I want to encourage all the people that mean business to tighten up their belt and be vigilant in every minute. Every minute to know, look your back and know who you are dealing with at every given point in time. That is my message today this afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Bro Greg. Thank you. I will wish you a quick recovery. Coach Chooks, let's hear from you. Coach Chooks, you are there?
Yes, Master Choose, good morning. And good morning, my brothers and sisters that are hearing me this morning, and everybody that is this platform this morning. Good morning to you all. My question to my people this morning is this: anybody that listened to the question and the answer of our DPM yesterday supposed to know there is a very big crowd that is forming. And anybody that come out
Coach Hooks, you are paused. We can't hear you. We cannot hear you, Coach Hooks. Maybe you got a call or what? We can't hear you anymore, Coach Hooks. Okay, let's hear from brother Onyeka. Onyeka, are you there? Unmute yourself and speak to us.
Yeah, I'm here. Good afternoon, Mr. Shoe Survivor.
You're welcome, my brother.
Yeah, I want to thank you for the good work we are doing for Biafrans, because it's not easy for a man to stand for a truth. And I want to thank all Biafrans and our listeners for standing firm for this, our government, USB, for the good work they are doing. And I want to use the opportunity to thank our DPN for standing firm, because it's not easy. All the attacks that are coming from left and right, but she stands firm, because I believe that she is a woman, but the woman is a woman, the woman with a different. Because not all women that are married that will come out and begin to throw out nonsense on social media. This woman stand and hit her heart that she know what she wants. She wants to liberate her people, and she wants us to be free. So I want to thank her very much, because she did well. So I want to say something about, there's one video I watched by this woman they called the one in Shosha in France. When he brought a video that said that there's a man the Bubago people captured in Anambra. They called the man Ejima. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, the man is Ejima. So when they are asking that man, they tied the man's hand back and asked that man where is the Igbe Betozo and his phone number. When they are done, those who read that video and was tagging it to our DPM, said that our DPM want to use that man and kill Igbe Betozo. I want to prove Adando that he know nothing about what is going on in Biafra. I'm in Biafra land. The guy they capture it in my village. The man is from Osu Utopa. You know that Osu Utopa have been a dead zone right from beginning. Osu Utopa, Awi Demiri, Osu Mo, Asia, Lee, all of them, everywhere is no go area. It all happened because the man we only sit down together with that man. So what did that say in that video? If I did not know anything about what is happening in Biafra now, let him go inside and not coming out on social media and causing nuisance.
Thank you, my brother. That is how she lies. That's everything about her.
She lies every day. When I saw this, and I said, this not Ejima, we are sitting together and discussing every day. You know the reason why I'm saying this now. If I didn't know that man and didn't know what had transpired, the way they captured the man, I will not say that whatever she says is true. But this one proving that Ada is already lie. Ada is not even know anything about Betozo. He doesn't have any contact concerning Betozo. She didn't even know where they call Osu Utop or Osu Mogu. She didn't even know where they call Hiara. She didn't even know anything. We and the people that live in that area will tell Ada Ndembu also what is going on in that area. Because when I saw that video, what she was saying that in the video that they want to use that Ejima to give information about the Igbe. I said, you mean this man that run away from his village and come to our village, because when they run away from the village, they come to our village and rent house. So some of them are beginning to farm, train fowl and pig.
Yeah.
Now, there was a particular woman. The other woman was married. If that woman from Imo State, Uguta beside, and they married for Osumbo. So it happened that Ibubago arrested this woman's husband. So this woman had have to think that the husband will not come back again, to have to send all of things, also some of his husband property, and locate to here. She's doing a business of rice and yam. So it happened that there was a conspiracy. When the man come out, then I tell the man that Ejima that the Bubago people hold that is befriending his wife. The man now sent a message to the man and said, I heard that you have betrayed my wife. Leave my wife alone. That's what all of us see. When they capture him, all of us was blaming him. Because when they captured this man, it was that man's shop, that woman's shop, the same woman that they warned him about. Because assuming that he's in a farm, where he was telling a fire and all those things, they will not capture him. This is the same that woman's shop. As he was going that woman's shop, that's where they captured him and that woman. One of that did not mention the woman too, where the same people carry. Because they carry the man and still carry that woman too. They pack all the rice.
The guy was arrested because he was dating a married woman.
Yes. And his people, he having a small problem with his people concerning the land. So they now conspired with these Akodo people to trace him down to a village. They trace him down to a village. And they now capture him in that woman shop. And when they captured, they arrested the woman too. They said that the woman, the one that supplied food, everything to our men. They now pack everything the woman sent, both rice, and collected the money that the woman sent and carry that woman and the man and pack everything and go. So when that was saying that nonsense he's saying on social media that said that the Tongozo rebels want to buy Igwe, they don't know who is Igwe.
God have mercy.
They don't know where, because this man we are calling, and his name is a native doctor things. What is a native doctor things? We discuss every day. We talk about our independence, our freedom every day. We pray a lot because his people is in the camp. The general stay is in the place also. And that is not that any know anything what is going on in our line. Why are that so common and lie and deceiving people every day online, telling people rubbish what is don't know and telling that nobody is the Biafra government. Who told you that nobody is the Biafra government? Everybody in our Biafra, everybody stand with the United States of Biafra. Because we all of us voted. I voted, my people voted. Now we're asking questions. So what is the meaning of us voting? Why this woman that is having an Obanja problem, why this woman cannot go inside and think about her life and leave us alone? And not being something that is not the truth and bringing social media begin to attack somebody that didn't even know what is going on. As even that I didn't even know the man, I didn't even know that the man was captured in my village. They brought their life like this. Which is the woman that is going to his shop. They didn't catch that man with a gun. They didn't catch him with anything. What they asked him to tell him where is the one that give our men land to stay. That he should go take him to them. He said no, that they have no big deals since all these. They have left with them. They have a problem with them. And I'm talking that the man is not with the Biafra army. You know they with them. The man know they work with them. So if the man, so I want you to send this message to that idiot that stayed in France, that talk rubbish, a mother of different husband, talk nonsense on social media, stealing people money.
My brother, it is good. It is good, like you that is the homeland. Once in a while, like that, you people come up and speak because you know Biafran government is doing everything possible, and we don't want to follow them and that their propaganda, blackmail, or all this. We don't have that time.
If you look at the
now, something that transpired, and she now take it and she's blackmailing.
Somebody. She didn't even know where this thing happened. Didn't even know how the thing happened. Didn't know where they captured the man because that man we always sit down together. Because the last time we sit down together, we were talking about our PM. The man has said that he predict that the PM will still be free. All of us was pray and thanking God that all of us see that every day discuss. We see them every day. We discuss every day. You know, big demand. Because I saw the video, I say, this is not a demand. I called one of my brothers. I said, he's not a demand. He said, yes, they captured him yesterday. I said, well, he now tell me the shop of the woman they captured. I said, why is he himself going there every day? That you know that somebody the target is a dead man. Now and then attack him is a ESN commander. Adam them don't do she can now carry the man and come on social media. When I said that he don't go there, he's going to use that man and fire Igwe because he don't know Igwe because he didn't know anywhere in the camp.
He doesn't know anyone anything. They don't have any contacts to
the same thing and this security men Serudo bring. They went somewhere in our village. That place is the river. When they do all this sacrifice, you know, all this video and do. Then when they say that this is the way they kidnap and killing people and robbing people, which is something in the road. Where if you stay on top of the bridge, you will see the people inside there, and people are they sacrificing us and water. They now come on social media and say this is the way our men and kill people and cut it their body. And they did not see any human being there. And that place, if you stay in Main Road, we see looking and we see the house. You will see everybody inside that place. Nothing is going on there. They're only the people that want to social work. If you want to do, there's people that stay in that river. That way you want to do sacrifice, they will guide you how you will do it. I don't know where is the camp of our men. Did he know how our men operate? What do you want now? If you know not what you want now, go, make him begin to happen everywhere. Yeah, if you want to kill, and you want to be this, you want to be discussing with Igbo those. I hear I had one program where Emeka Ghana say he was asking him money, sending a secret account number, and he will come out and say that he's innocent, that he's mother no all, you know, commit sin, you know, they do anything, and hand they feel those now. I want them those let it stop causing nonsense in the social media. Tell us like talk nonsense that you don't know. Hey, make it ask people where they for the ground. You know where the things happen. When you know where the things happen, you know how the things happen. You know how the Biafran be. You know what is going on in Biafra in my village now. We have a checking point in my village. But it is very little I will say. He knows not anything, he didn't know anything. So when he's talking, let him talk what he know. So please, you people should help man. Tell that woman they should go inside and take care of his children and stop coming out and talking nonsense. All we know that United States of Biafra and we are going forward, we're going back. Boy, go chassis, so I say go chapter my one. Now, say I paragraph one, and I know to end. Or I call end. Now, someone like any proof this, someone like only SY5 that buy that now. He cannot communicate to him and he cannot go outside. How did he call him? If you have anything secret to your being killer and this or not, let him go and settle with them and stop causing problems on social media. Talk rubbish. So I want to round it up and say thank you for you. So that information I want to pass it that let the Biafra know that woman is cooking a lot of lies. That he didn't even know. Let it ask us that especially in Anambra State, especially in Ehara. We are the men on the ground. We know what is going on every day by day. We know how it's going. You know, I am a co-saga, I am a co-saga. I never go to call the I'm like I say, I may call. I know popular for public. I'm a Kaisi because I'm more on your born.
Yes.
I don't we home, but I'll join me home up to the food rubbish. Because I'm married there. That place, that man village, I'm from that village. Me now, as a day, I don't go that village again because everywhere was security, everything. If they see young men like us, they will catch us.
Thank you so much, my brother. We appreciate that information. It is good once in a while like this, when you have your time, if you can be able to just come up and give update. It is good. Thank you so much.
Yes, when I had it, I was so boy. I bought something that happened in our front. This woman I come and begin to attack our DPM inside, and I said that he want to use Jima to capture the Igbo. Talking nonsense. I will leave it there. Thank you for all you have done.
Thank you.
Have been a great job.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Chooks, you're back again. Your network is always giving you a problem. Let's see if you can make it now. Go ahead.
Yes, Master Choose. You know, saying this Zoo network.
Yeah.
Now God go save us from them.
He go save us. So that's why we are talking about Biafra. Don't we go. Make sense.
Biafra is the last hope in this zoo. Biafra is the last hope. If anybody that didn't know that, you should know that this morning. As I was saying before, anybody that listened to our DPM yesterday supposed to know there is a crowd falling. In the sense that if anybody that come out in this Biafra restoration, this final push, as our DPM said, and as all the Biafrans know that this is the final push, anybody that come out with any evil agenda, this is the right time for him to make sure that he leave anything concerning Biafra agitation now. Because we are now restoring, what we are doing now is to restore what our forefathers has fight for. And it's our duty to make sure that to make sure that will restore it in this critical time. Because what is disturbing our people mostly, most of all those people that are there now, is what they were going to, what they are going to benefit. And they have forgot that this thing that we are talking about is what we're going to favor both me and you, both all our born children, including all of them that is fighting for this restoration. Because I didn't see the reason why somebody would like to send money to Biafra accounts, and you are now trying to call the person outside. You should send your own personal money. And you have forgot that this money that you are looking for is the same one good that all of us are looking for this money. And the government need money in this critical time. You are still looking for your own pocket, because of your selfish interest. And that is a bad thing that every genuine Biafrans supposed to know. We are in critical time now. Everybody's supposed to know that. This other dilemma that they are talking about, this exposition that Emeka Ghana have made because of this stupid woman called Ada Dolama, and still now, this woman didn't want to go and rest with his family. But if you were aware that so many of something like that is still coming out, so many things against that woman is still coming out. And I'm very, very sure once the whole thing will going to come out, she will not going to get even face and to talk anything concerning Biafra again. Because this woman, right from when our PM is around, if you look at the whole action that is taken now, you know that woman knows exactly thing that happened to her PM. She know what happened to her PM. And I'm going to say that to her. She know what happened to her PM. Because we just look, everything that happened on that 29th of November, when Ogenkela and his group come out, they first of all make sure that they destroy Ogenkela group first, so that he can beg them and come back to Biafra government. Because kicking her out from United States of Biafra cabinet, that is the best thing that our DPM have done so far. I have said that before. That is a best gift to our DPM on 3rd of March that he did our birthday. That is the best gift so far. Because that the same thought, that is exactly the day that he declared herself that is no more with the government.
Yes.
And that is the best thing. And as they have sacked her from the government, that highs that Nigeria government have in Biafra government, that highs is no longer there again. And the one that they have in everywhere, that highs is no longer there again. That's why you can come out now and be shouting in social media. Because the task that they give to her, she couldn't fulfill the task that they give her. That is the reason why she turned back now. She's criticizing our DPM. And I'm very, very sure her time is near. Before this month runs out, she will not even get time to even talk anything in social media again. I hit my mic from here. Thank you, Mr. Timaz.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that contribution. We must continue. I want everybody to remember this word that our Deputy Prime Minister always say. There's one important word, statement that our Deputy Prime Minister always say. If you can't remember anything, remember this one. Osimiri anaghị onye ọfụrụ ọkpa ya anya. Osimiri anaghị onye ọfụrụ ọkpa ya anya. That the sea can never swallow somebody that he doesn't see his foot. That word is deep. The sea does not swallow somebody that's not, if you don't step into it, it will not swallow you. There's no way you can be in your house or on the road or in a dry land and then the sea will swallow you. It doesn't happen. You must walk into that sea. When you walk into that sea, then the sea will swallow you. My fellow Biafrans, mind the platforms you go to listen. Don't even go to listen to gossip. Don't go and observe. Don't go and say, let me find out what she is saying. Don't go. Don't share. Some of us are the ones helping to promote her directly and indirectly. When you want to show Mr. A what she is saying, Mr. A will take it to Mr. B. You are promoting the platform. You are making her relevant. But when you extract yourself from, don't worry, whatever she likes to say, let's say. If remove yourself from that discussion. The confusion that is being created today is that so many people were listening to her garbage. So many people were paying attention to her garbage. And many people today got into trouble because of that. The lies are so much. The lies, and then these lies, it doesn't take days before the thing begins to appear as a lie. Some of the lies are so open that even when she's telling that lie, you will see it written all over her that it's a lie. You can imagine what the information our brother brought here now. You can imagine the information our brother brought. Something that transpired that has nothing to do with anybody. Somebody who went and get himself involved in such kind of attitude and involving in something that is irregular, having problem with other people and get a problem. Now you divert it and you want to bring it into Biafra struggle and attach it with Deputy Prime Minister. It is very sad, and that is why every one of us have to focus on recognition of Biafra. Focus on what matters. What matters today is sponsoring the restoration of Biafra. The government of Biafra needs finance. It is the government, not individual. You taking your money to go and give an individual for him to go and protect you. Nobody can protect you. Nobody has the right to run an army. It is only the government that has the right to run an army. If you are not a government and you are running any organization, what you are running is a rebel group. They can tag you terrorists. They can call you anything. They can give you anything. But once you are operating under the United States of Biafra government, you are wearing our uniform and you are serving under the United States of Biafra government. You have been legitimized, and anything you are doing becomes legal. If you have any problem, the government can come for you. International law will cover you. International law will cover you because there are rights that every government of the world has. Government has the right to operate an army. Government have a responsibility to defend and protect their land. And the government has given the order for Biafran people to defend themselves. If you are part of that government, you have the right to defend yourself. It is legal. Defend yourself by all means possible against the enemies. What you should be doing today is to protect our government and make sure that our government does not fail. Let us hear this message from our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. One of the last messages he gave us, one of the instructions he gave us on what we are supposed to be doing today. Not gossiping, lying, and propaganda and blackmail. I want us to pay attention to this. We are going to round up with this.
My supporters, Biafrans in the United States, I want every one of you to remember these three words. Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be. My supporters, Biafrans in the United States, I want every one of you to remember these three words. Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be. these 3 words. Nigerians, we are no more. Southeasterners and Southerners, we cannot become. And Biafrans, we must be. What are the declaration of the 2nd December meant to achieve? At least it is no longer a question of uncertainty. It is no longer a question of whether we are unsure. But I believe the message of the Declaration of the Restoration of Independent State of Biafra on the 2nd of December 2024 has penetrated even to the bone marrow of the enemies. So the question, and the big question, is what do we intend to achieve? They have mocked us that we are in exile. But what the truth that they are not telling themselves is that we are not only in exile. We are actually more in the homeland than what we are in exile. The truth they refuse to tell, which they continue to deceive themselves, is that every blessed Monday in Biafra land, we demonstrate that we are not just in exile. We also control the homeland. The truth they have not told you is that whenever we issue any declaration on either civil disobedience or the forceful lockdown of the Nigeria state institution in Biafra land, like we have declared from the 28th day of this August to the 26th of September, those who call us government, those who say we are in exile, will start crying. They will start all manner of propaganda, panicking, sending military terrorists in our land to try to, see whether we can change our mind, thinking that by killing our people, the pressure will, force us to change our mind. These are the things that they are not telling those gullible, idiot criminals in Nigeria that are believing in one Nigeria just because they have found themselves in a safe haven where they can commit crimes, international crimes and cyber crimes, and they will be bragging in their various communities for making money through crime. So they lie to themselves that, oh, don't listen to him, they are just in exile. Yet, each time we make any pronouncement, it becomes a problem to them. So the big question is, what do we intend to achieve from the 2nd of December? My supporters in the United States, Biafrans in the United States, we have at least 2 objectives. We want to achieve 2 things from this 2nd of December declaration. These 2 things are the delegitimization of the Nigeria state within Biafra land and the legitimization of Biafra government within Biafra land and beyond.
Did you hear that? The legitimization of Zoological Republic government and legitimization of Biafran government. We have to delegitimize Nigerian government and legitimize Biafran government. And I want you to ask yourself, who are those today legitimizing Biafran government? And who are those delegitimizing Biafran government? Take time and ask yourself this question. This is something that Master Simon spoke in our presence while he was with us. That what we tend to achieve by going to Finland to make that declaration that we did on the 29th is to push forward and make sure that Nigerian government is delegitimized. And what do? We legitimize our own government, which is today the United States of Biafra government. But that United States of Biafra government that we are supposed to legitimize is what people are fighting today. They are fighting it. They don't want it to stand. They are pushing all manner of propaganda and blackmail against the deputy prime minister, who is standing in as a surrogate of our prime minister, carrying this mission. And our prime minister told her expressly, hold on to the mandate. This is the mandate. the mandate that we have is to legitimize the United States of Biafra government and delegitimize Nigerian government. How many of us are doing this? Ask yourself again.
Our declaration will cover all grievances against Nigeria. The injustices against Biafra people by the Nigerian state, the harms suffered by the Biafra people within Nigeria. This has a standard way of delegitimizing Nigeria as an existing state, and of course, legitimizing Biafra as a new independent state. These grievances, the Biafra government have constituted a committee called the Declaration Drafting Committee that is putting and penning down every grievances we have against Nigeria. And there is the latest one, which is the student loan. Many of you have seen in the news that they have approved a student loan from every geopolitical zone, but they excluded Southeast, part of Biafra. That is technically accepting partially the declaration that is coming on 2nd of December. They're already telling us to go. But what they have refused to understand is that they don't define our map. We define our map. It is not them. They are still using the colonial mentality of giving them the demography, changing the demography for them. This is 21st century, where the people are wise and we know our boundaries. We know our land. You don't tell us where our land is and come from Yoruba land to tell us where your boundary ends, or come from the Fulani Caliphate to tell us where your boundary end, our boundary end. No, that was then. During the time of Usman Danfodio and during the time of Babangida, where you use your military degree to do whatever you want. This time around, it is not going to work like that. We know our boundary. Our boundary has been defined by the Biafra government. Our state and institutions has also been put in place by the Biafra government. So our declaration is going to state very clearly the grievances we have against Nigeria, why Biafra has come to become a remedy. Now, I use instances always, making references to the United States. Just as in the 1776 of the U.S. Declaration, when they become a new state, then they presented this particular new state of the United States as the only remedy, the listed grievances for them to declare the independence of the United States. Biafra will be presented to the world as the only remedy to the insecurity that Nigeria has created in quest to bring Islamization of Nigeria and, of course, that turn Nigeria into Islamic State. We are going to present Biafra government as a remedy to the United States, to the West, and to every other world power that cares to know.
I want to ask you, Maazi Simon say we are going to present Biafra, United States of Biafra, to the world as the only remedy to the atrocities of Nigerian government today. They plan to Islamize Nigeria. They plan to take over our land. The injustice in Nigeria, the loss of life in Nigeria, the killings that are going on by the terrorists, that Biafra will present to the world as a remedy. How many of us today are presenting Biafra as a remedy? Through our character, through what we do online, are you presenting Biafra as a remedy? Ask yourself that question. When you go online, you are pushing propaganda against somebody who is a surrogate to Maazi Simon Ekpa. The surrogate of Maazi Simon Ekpa. When you go on and you're gathering evidence and information to nail her and put her in problem, are you presenting Biafra as a remedy to the world? Are you presenting Biafra as a remedy to the atrocities of Nigerian government? to the solution? Are you making Biafra a remedy? By attacking your brothers, by telling lies, broad day lies, you are blackmailing somebody whom, as this Simon Ekpa that you say you claim to trust, appointed as a surrogate. I have opened the meaning of surrogate. You can go back and Google surrogate. What is the meaning of surrogate? A deputy, somebody to deputize you. Surrogate is simply a deputy. Mazi Simon Ekpa appointed a deputy today. You are attacking her. You are blackmailing her. You are fighting her. Are you making Biafra a remedy? Are you presenting Biafra to the world as a remedy by doing that? Ask yourself that question. And you will know whether you will continue on that your line or you will not.
Part of the grievances will be the killings by the terrorists and the high-level corruption and political crisis that Nigeria has found itself today without any solution. Since the last election, which the European Union condemned, which the United Nations condemned, which the America condemned, and faulted everything that has to do with the result of the last election. Yet, they are recognizing the criminal who called himself Tinubu as the president. Because Nigerians are stupid. Nobody rise up against, because everybody have been captured and enslaved with terrorism. If you do the killing, the assassinating. That's why many of them are bragging. Whenever we talk, they say, Samanaka, come to Nigeria so we believe you. Do you know why? Because they think that we are going to be as stupid as those people that have killed in the past. Kensaro Wiwa, should we start mentioning them? Anybody that rise up to challenge the impunity of the Nigerian state, the terrorist state, they eliminate the person. What is the other name? The Yoruba man, Gani Kfawemi or whatever is called. He was assassinated. These are people who think they can make changes within the Nigerian state. It's impossible. Even this criminal called Tinubu, he ran away. He would have been killed by the military administration then, because he thought that he can move, have any political movement, to change whatever he want to change then, before he came back to become the governor. He ran away to exile, and probably France, because I know he has a very good relationship with people in France. Now, just like the United States, we are going to present Biafra after 2nd of December as the only remedy to the political crisis in Nigeria today. We will present Biafra as the only remedy to the upsurge of terrorists in the Sahel. I am telling you, nobody will see what we are doing today as a government in exile and don't give us that particular opportunity. We have proven beyond reasonable doubt that as Nigeria as a failed state, the only remedy that will save the life of people and also save the interests of the West, because no matter how you want to say it, we still have to protect the interests of the West, which goes a very long way in making sure that our society still remain in a sane, we still remain in a sane society.
Did you hear that? This is a very strong assignment that we have after a very wonderful and good work that our Prime Minister Mazi Samara have done. What we are supposed to be doing today, after the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze, the surrogate to our Prime Minister, has been able to lead the declaration of Biafra, we are supposed to be presenting Biafra as the only remedy to the atrocities in Nigeria. We are supposed to be presenting Biafra as the only remedy that can protect every interest, including interest of the West. The interest of every indigenous person in that contraption, not just the Biafran people, every indigenous person. What are you doing today? Are you presenting Biafra as a remedy? Go back with this question. Ask yourself. And ask the people you are watching, those people you are going to their platform to watch, are they presenting Biafra as the only remedy? As Mazi Samara have instructed. If they are not, walk away and follow the right path. The only organization today that has continued to present Biafra as the only remedy is the United States of Biafra under Dr. Ngozi Oreboweze. And one of those steps is going to be kicked off fully on the 30th May, where the Peace Summit will be held in Washington, D.C., where everything happens. Washington, D.C. is the headquarters of the world, where everybody converge. Our official headquarters is going to be opened in Washington, D.C. to pursue this agenda, provide Biafra, present Biafra to the world as the only remedy. That we will continue to do. It doesn't matter what the enemy do. It doesn't matter their propaganda, their blackmail. We must continue until we get to that direction. If you are not in this path, retrace your way. Support the United States of Biafra under Dr. Nguzi financially. Support, because there is nothing you can do today without finance. The mobilization to reach out to governments of the world, to use our private lobbies to lobby, and to protect the United States of Biafra army on the ground. It needs money. Put your money where your mouth is. We are going to stop the program here, and I will give all the speakers 2 minutes to give their closing remark and submissions before we close the program. Let us start from our beloved brother Maxwell. Go ahead, bro Max. Give us your submission and closing remark as we round up the program. Are you there, bro Max? I think Max is not there. Let's hear from bro Greg. Bro Greg, take the mic. If you're there, bro Greg, let's hear from you if you're there. I know your health, if it will allow you. If it won't, we'll go on.
Yes, I will still try again to support our PM in his own ideology by telling our people to present the Biafra the way our PM said we should present our land. We're supposed to present our land as a reasonable land. We're supposed to present our land as a land of discipline. We're supposed to present our land as a land of knowledge, as a land that accommodates people, that accommodates its own, because you must accept your own before you can accept another person. We must not present our land as the land that propaganda against ourselves and against our brothers and sisters. That is not what Simon Ekpa stand. That is not what Simon Nnamdi stand. And even I have watched Dr. Ngozi Orebeze, she never stand on all those things that most of people are doing. Because I have watched this lady since 29th of November. I watch her to know, I find out there is no pretense in her, especially to love his people. She see a real leader. And we have no other option than to back her in anything we have. Morally, physically, financially, and the prayer all our spiritually. So we must have back her if we really want to go home. And we have no other option than to go home. Because there is no another option that is better. There is no way you can live with people that hate you. There is no way you can live with people that doesn't have the same ideology with you. There's no way you can live with the people that doesn't have the same value with you. There is no way we have anything in common with these people. That is fact. So we have no option than to be on our own. Let them be a neighbor. After all, Israel is having neighbor with Jordan, having neighbor with Syria, Lebanon. The one that they want to be a good neighbor with Israel, they are good neighbors. They don't agree in one thing, but they are neighbor. So that is the way we can still be with other part of Nigeria. But are we going home? Definitely, nothing will stop it. Nothing will stop it. So every Biafra should earlier wake up, the more better. It will be wake up, wake up, wake up, and do the needful in every level you can. In every level you can. Nobody will get you better Nigeria. Nobody will get you any new Nigerian. Any new Nigerian is to Islamize you, to kill you, to force you to do those things you cannot do. Peter Obi cannot change it, no matter what he do. Peter Obi cannot change Nigeria. He can never, no matter what he do, he can never change Nigeria. There's no way he can change it because I don't know where he can start. The only thing can change us is dividing us and let everybody go to his father's house and repair his father's house. Let everybody go to his father's house and repair the altar in his father's house. And let us be neighbor. We are not this one family. We are just neighbor. Let it get clear to them. And they cannot force people to be one. The foundation was false. The people that the British handed over never even agreed that they are one. So, and they didn't work to be one till today. So any elite that is profiting from Nigeria, telling you that they will get one Nigeria, that person is a deceiver, he's a liar. God never created Nigeria. God did not ask every Nigerian to join together. It was a forceful for the British, and now everybody can see that it's not working. So when God did not create a thing, it doesn't work. So all those things they are doing is they know 100% that it will divide, but they are still wasting their time. And there is no point of wasting more time. The more you waste time, the more you waste people's life. And it's not good. Nobody enjoys seeing blood, even the blood of the Fulanis. With Igbos, the Biafrans who don't want to see it. Let them go home and stay on their own, manage themselves. Let us go home and solve our problem and know how we can live. That is our message, and that is my own message as well. Thank you, and God bless you, and bless all Biafrans.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Stay blessed, and we wish you a quick recovery. Coach Hooks, go ahead and give us your closing remarks.
Thank you, my brother.
Okay, my fellow Biafrans, I'm Mazichus. What are people supposed to do now? That we should try to present Biafra as the only solution for us to know that this Nigeria is not going to work again. And that is exactly the thing that our DPM is doing presently now. And all the people that are using men on the ground to enrich themselves, they should know that men on the ground, they have their own role to play. And our DPM, whatever thing that he's doing today, we are supposed to know that he wants a very good thing for we Biafrans. Anybody that know that this Nigeria can never work again, and know any of all of our leaders presently now, starting from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to our to our Prime Minister, and likewise our DPM presently now, every one of them have worked for this Nigeria, and all of them have realized that nothing good can come out of Nigeria. All of them, if we take their record, starting from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to DPM presently now, they have worked in every top offices in Nigeria here. That is why they have realized that nothing good can come out of Nigeria. Meaning, everybody that is still attacking them today, they should know that they come out to fight for me and you. And they come out with all their mind and all the power on them to fight for me and you. We should stop attacking them so that they can concentrate and do the work that our PM hand over to her so that she can concentrate. Thank you, Mazi Choose.
Thank you so much, my brother. I appreciate you for that amazing, wonderful conclusion. Thank you for your support. Always, you are always there and you are making your contributions. And my fellow Biafrans that have joined us on this program today, wherever you have joined from, wherever you have connected from, I urge you to stay strong and do not be distracted. Our enemies are afraid. They know what is coming. It's not as if they don't know. They know what is coming. And that is why they are crying, they are shouting, they are giggling. They think that by doing that, they can distract us. Don't allow yourself to be distracted. All you have to do today is to continue to support the United States of Biafra the best way you can. The United States of Biafra under the Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebweze, must be supported. That is where our hope lies. United States of Biafra is the only remedy to the atrocities of Nigerian government against the indigenous people, against the Biafrans, the fraud that is happening, the bad economy you are seeing today, the failures you are seeing, the evil plans of the terrorists in Nigeria. The only remedy is Biafra. Once Biafra is finally fully out, this interest that is bringing all this trouble will die a natural death and everybody will be free and enjoy in their own area. Support the United States of Biafra the best way you can. More especially financially, it is important because there's nothing you can do without finance. They say money answereth all things. In the lobbying, in the liberation army, in logistic, in everything you will do today in this government, it requires money. And you know, it is the Biafrans that are funding their restoration. There is no government anywhere funding the Biafran people. There is no organization anywhere funding Biafran people. It is through self-will and donations from the Biafrans that are making on daily basis. That is how Biafrans are surviving. So continue to put your money where your mouth is. It is the right thing to do. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every Biafran. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama continue to guide and protect every one of us. Give us the strength and power to overcome. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. Ngozi Orebweze. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa. May Chukwu Okike guide and protect our Supreme Leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No weapon formed or fashioned against us shall prosper. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again tomorrow by the special grace of Chukwu Okike. Please like and share this program and click the notification. If you have not yet subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. I will see you tomorrow. Stay blessed.
Na mose vive na kiti enoi na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem ati mekwa na tulane bovo timalugo no nugodo kokodo nya no be hule dani mona tunilu na ya kalakana kwa lerino mwangulu ngula matali
weli anaga obobi ana mamia omo Biafra ni wongo Israel ni wongo owo kainjana hey
na so anyị ala ụmụ Biafra n'ala anyị na-ala n'ala nsọ ngwanụ ka anyị lawa aka mkpuchi ọnwa